Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Just Chatting.
Whoa.
Today we're going to talk about some real craziness in the nutrition and fitness world that I'm pretty sure anybody that is into that stuff has heard about all this hype about the sugar diet.
That's my opinion!
Oh, wait, wrong one.
Or the sugar fasting. Even though that's not the right way, that doesn't make any sense because fasting means abstaining from. You're not fasting from shit. You're indulging. So it should be called the sugar pig out session.
There's going to be a name for it eventually if it continues to grow. But in the nutrition industry, there's always what?
Dude, there's always a fad diet.
There's always
thing
something
that's going
new.
on.
Keto was a big thing, and then the omnivore diet, and then this, and then that, and then caloric deficit, and then fasting. And there's, the thing is what works for you works for you. Whatever you see results in doing, it works for you. Today, we're talking about the sugar diet.
And I don't want to disrespect anyone. Anyone that's promoting it, I think you're getting excited.
That you do.
It should kind of work in understanding how the body works, but at the same time, I don't think it should work. So let's talk about it.
It doesn't logically make sense to me. And anyone who does it is not exactly, other than those that are taking performance enhancing drugs, juice, steroids, whatever you want to call it. The ones that I see that are on gear, whatever you want to call it, the fitness nutrition guys that are on gear seem to look good still because they're putting exogenous stuff in their body. And they're just eating, listen to this, what the sugar diet is. And I call it the sugar diet because that makes sense.
Wait, is there a name for it?
They call it sugar fasting. Fasting means fucking abstaining from something.
Wait, okay.
Stop
So
confusing people because a sugar fast, if you Google it, it's people talking about not eating sugar. Not! Do you understand what the word fasting means?
I do understand why I turned
Not! So listen. The level of insanity. Of insanity.
No, get into what it is.
We have to deal with. Why are you calling it fasting? And I apologize for yelling like the snake diet guy.
Well, and people ask me, what do you mean by wet fruit? I mean, I should just take a fucking goddamn orange and smash it in your face, you idiot. Does it feel wet? Fuck.
Dude, I can barely watch your videos. I'm trying to collect
Snake diet?
Snake diet. Yeah, and that sounds like you eating snakes. The snake diet guy, I respect him. Don't get me wrong. But the snake diet guy, all he does is he screams in his videos. Check it out. You can show a clip. And he's like, hey, fatty, blah, blah, blah. And he's sitting in his car screaming. And I'm trying to focus. I'm like, what is that? What is he saying? Let me okay, how many grams of fat? I'm trying to use the soft squishy thing in my head called a brain. I'm trying to logically calculate. Like if you said something to a doctor or a nutritionist or someone, I'm trying to understand the mechanism of what the fuck you're saying, how it works in the human body.
Now, when you're talking about logical nutrition diets, trends, whatever it is, things like literally fasting make sense. Things like keto make sense. There's a thing called ketosis in your body, ketones and all that stuff. It makes sense. There's logic and scientific value behind the idea. Now, can you get into what the fasting sugar diet is?
Sugar diet. We're calling it sugar diet. Just so everybody at home, call it the sugar diet.
Now, Andy's algorithm is going to show him all these different things on health and nutrition
sugar
and whatnot.
Diet.
He's really into this. I've never heard of this shit.
It's not sugar fasting, okay? So it's a diet that consists of the following, and I want you to bring up the text.
And now...
That's my opinion!
It's my opinion.
Yeah.
This is my educated opinion on nutrition, okay? I'm not saying I'm in the best fucking shape, but I know what works, okay? And okay, so...
That's my opinion!
That's the disclaimer. It's my opinion. I am still on the fence about the application and validity of this approach to allegedly massively lose body fat, which I'm always a proponent of. I love the idea of getting lean, really going to that next level when it comes to performance, supplementation, nutrition, exercise, right? I love it. But when somebody is promoting something that is literally pickling your body with sugar, now don't give me the fruit bullshit. All right, the sugar diet, what is it? The sugar diet is you consuming only sugar every day for every meal. So what does this consist of? Well, according to the great Mark Smelly Bell, which I respect and I like and I follow, you know, the guy that created the movie there, Bigger, Faster, Stronger, been following his stuff for a long, long time. He is saying on his show, which I enjoy and I love, he is saying that only eating the following will make you lose body fat at a rapid rate. And this is to my understanding. If I got something wrong, I apologize. He said that eating fruit, honey, maple syrup, fruit juice, and candy, yes, candy, without fat, like sugary candy, Sour Patch Kids, jelly beans, maybe Twizzlers, I don't know. But candy, fruit juice, fruit, maple syrup, and honey, that's all you eat for the whole entire day. And allegedly, you will rapidly lose body fat. How in the world does this even make sense?
Now, for the whole day, yes, but now what do you do the rest of the days?
So these are the interesting pieces. So he is saying, and other people are saying, the snake diet guy, they said like you would eat like this for X amount of days, and then at the end of each day, you would have a very lean protein. The idea is to have minimal fat, minimal protein, but to like maintain muscle mass, you should have maybe a chicken breast, okay? Maybe a low fat protein isolate that doesn't have fat in it. But to keep the fat as low as possible. And I'm guessing that because you're not eating fat, just eating sugar, your body is forced to eat the fat on your body. If I'm getting something wrong, I apologize. I've been binge watching videos on this because this is my wheelhouse. This is what I'm into. I love fitness. Aside from growing businesses and digital marketing and all that cool stuff and sales, I love fitness. I love nutrition. And it's just a passion of mine. This is really racking my brain because I'm thinking about the dangers of eating this much sugar. So the folks at home or whatever, I've even commented on Mark Bell's stuff and I said, hey, just do me a favor, no disrespect. Can you get your A1C checked? Your A1C is a reflection of how much sugar you have had in the last, say, 3 to 5 months or something like that. That gives you, like, it's an understanding to help you prevent becoming diabetic, pre-diabetic. Now, I'm gonna give you a real life story. Someone I care about very much that's in my life was eating sugar at a clip very similar to the sugar diet. And he developed diabetic ketoacidosis. He was pre-diabetic, didn't realize it, and had to go to the ICU. This is no bullshit. So immediately, my gears are turning and I'm like, okay, what if someone's on the fence of getting diabetes and they're fucking shoving sugar in their mouth like an animal because they're trying to lose body fat and they end up in the fucking hospital? If there's a trick or there's a hack to lose weight, more power to you to lose body fat, not muscle. But there has to be a disclaimer. Check your fasting glucose. Make sure you're not diabetic. Make sure you're not on the fence to fucking lose your toes. Because it's very serious. When you load your body with that much sugar, in my opinion, if the person's body is not in a position to do so without very bad side effects, they should not. They should abstain from that behavior and maybe stick to more keto, lower carbohydrate, low sugar, no sugar. maybe more in that direction, or do something like once or twice a week, like I do. Once or twice a week, I'll have maybe a sweet treat, just something small, maybe every other week. Carbs, I'll kind of control it. Again, my carbs go like this. They go nothing, some, you know, and then more. And that more is usually no more than one day. Well, I'll have pasta or I'll have pizza or something like that. I'll have maybe some chips or something, right? Something that I normally wouldn't eat for the normal part of the week. But this is the polar opposite. You're loading your body with sugar for most of the days. Dude, there's a guy on YouTube. He's calling himself Skeleton, SKLTN. Cam, you got to look that up. The skeleton guy, sugar diet guy, SKLTN. And he keeps us updated on how much fat he's losing. So he was about Cam's size. And now just a normal dude, not fat, not skinny, just normal, right? Ripped to the bone. Absolutely not even a drip of fat on him, but he's doing it for, dude, he's been eating sugar for 30 days. Aside from the weight loss benefit, what is it doing to your insides?
What I don't understand is, so in order to have your body in ketosis, which is when your body eats at fat,
yes,
you cut out sugar completely because
Yes.
your body eats sugar
for energy.
to turn into energy.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm thinking about the sugar diet, the whole thing that I'm getting from this is that you eat sugar so that your body eats at fat.
Mm-hmm.
But how would that even logically or scientifically make sense if your body first eats at sugar before it eats at fat?
So
that doesn't make any sense because you're
I-
literally feeding your body a bunch of
you're not eating
low
fat. You're not eating fat. So it's a chain.
So
it's
it
a
uses so your body naturally uses the fat from
your
sugar.
body. No, the fat from your body because you're just feeding it sugar.
But wouldn't it use that sugar to energize?
You're using no, but you need fats too for bodily functions. And again, this is a little bit of experience, knowledge, a touch of maybe you call it bro science, and just my understanding of just the nutrition and the science behind, you know, all of that stuff that I know. By the way, I was a personal trainer. I did study nutrition for many, many years. Way back in the day, I was doing personal training. So I'm not an idiot that doesn't know what he's talking about.
So yeah,
it's interesting enough for me to make a damn video about it. So, and again, I'm not trying to disrespect or step on anybody's toes. If it's working for you, great, but proceed with caution because there are things that can happen if you are eating sugar at this clip, at this level. Because, okay, for example, to date, I've only seen 2 dudes that are jacked, yoked, whatever you want to call it, like, pat. Probably one of them, yes, most definitely on gear, but the other one, I don't know.
so your body, if you're eating normally, right, you get protein, fat, sugar, whatever.
Yeah.
Does your body naturally, organically, eat off of sugar or fat to create energy? Which one?
It will first eat sugar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it'll go to your fat supplies, which is in your body.
Yeah, because you'll be a sugar burner.
So how does the sugar diet make sense?
That's where
Because then you're just feeding your body a bunch of sugar.
there's a peptide or enzyme that your body makes from eating this much sugar that is part of the process of the fat removal. And I'm still learning. I'm still studying.
Yeah, I feel like there needs to be more information on this.
Yeah. But here's the other thing. Guys, aside from diabetes, just remember, sugar feeds you know what. You know what illness, and it
Big
starts
C.
with the letter C.
Yeah.
I want a big C.
So
Put a
yeah.
C. I want a big motherfucking C. Just remember, guys, sugar, too much sugar, will feed the big C.
And that's any
We
kind of
don't want
sugar.
the big C. Eraser. We don't want the big C.
light it on fire.
And if you have C in your genealogy, in your family, you got to be extra careful. You don't want to do something that it might trigger something or a gene that I'm just saying proceed with
yeah.
caution. Now, here's my honest feedback. If it works for you, maybe 1 or 2 days every other week, or maximum, in my opinion, if you want to test it out, maybe just do sugar. Just do fruit. Fuck the candy. Yeah. What the fuck? You don't have to eat gummy bears. Just eat orange. Just orange, a banana,
Clementine.
a banana.
Good carbs, yeah.
Apples, blueberries, raspberries. You don't have
Strawberries.
to be a complete lunatic with this.
Now, I want to talk about keto a little bit, just because that is the one diet. Not the one. It's one of the only diets that I know about that are literally like scientifically and logically proven to work, because your body naturally eats off sugar. When you cut out that sugar, your body has to go to your fat in your body, your fat, whatever it's called. If you're trying to lose weight, cut out all sugar. Your body, you are going to feel lethargic. You're going to feel lazy, but you're forcing your body to eat fat.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand this, because I understand how going into ketosis works, and it shreds. If you're in ketosis and you're getting a lot of protein, it's
For the
good.
sugar diet, what is the name of the enzyme that it boosts? Just check. Have Samir check that.
So it's like, yeah, just to get back to what I was saying, like that's why I don't understand how this works. That guy also, yeah, when you're online and you're looking at all these guys talk about these diets and these proteins and these this and that and this and that, those guys are normally not natural. They normally aren't talking about something. But sometimes there are true good, and we've talked about them.
These dudes, and I'm not passing judgment, but a lot of these sugar guys that are heavy into this and been doing it for years, they're not,
Natural?
No. I'm talking about natural people that are doing this. It's like this other guy that he was on some show, and he's like, yeah, it's just sugar. And I'm like, dude, what? You shouldn't be an example. Just gonna leave it there. You just don't be an example, please. Now, someone who's yoked up, okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
All right.
Well,
you got some attention there.
Yeah.
Dude, the other guy was like, he was not.
Well,
yeah.
there's guys that are very smart biologically. They understand the human body. They understand how it reacts to certain things that you intake and what, physical things that can help your body. I mean, there's guys out there who may not be in good shape who have a lot of knowledge to share, which I respect. So but at the same time, like I respect more the guys like the one who went out and ate like McDonald's for every meal every day, gained like a bunch of weight and then lost it all.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's a cool. Like, it's respectable, because it's like, okay, you're talking about all this stuff, do it. He did it. He gained a shit ton of weight, lost it all, proved his point. So it's just,
Another thing to think about is when you eat an excess amount of sugar, there are sometimes side effects on your vascular system.
That's what I was thinking too. It's
your blood vessels. Yeah, your liver, we don't have that thing anymore. We can't change it over. We can't move it. We need a big soundboard with all of them.
Yeah, we need to upgrade a new soundboard.
I wanted to put the stuttering kid. So here's the thing. If you're going
we
to
need just the soundboard.
if you're going to try this out to lose some body fat, proceed with caution. Don't
do your research.
Don't just suck into the hype. And remember, some of these guys and girls or whoever, they're on gear, performance-enhancing pharmaceuticals that are allowing them to, bam! Like, you got to take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Because some of the sugar people out there are not in the best shape. I'm not saying I'm an Adonis. I'm not perfect, whatever. I do the best I can, right? I do the best I can. I do the best I can, so shut the fuck up.
Listen, I just want to preface this too. Everything that we say, don't listen. We're not nutritionists, okay? But we understand things.
I think there should be a public service announcement for the safety for people, because this idea of cramming sugar down your gullet to the level that I'm hearing, which is 30 days, 45 days maybe. Yeah, you got ripped, but what kind of toxicity is going on in your body?
Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, because why not?
Till next
See
time.
you next time. Peace out.